Welcome to the Curry Club podcast. Have we named this yet?
Yeah, I think we'll go for the Mixed Grill podcast.
We're going for the Mixed Grill
so
podcast?
why not?
Yeah, fine, yeah. Welcome to the Mixed Grill podcast.
Mate, perfect.
Gentlemen,
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Join
everyone.
us.
Cheers all.
Honestly, this isn't just a guys' club. You know, women can come too.
They normally do,
Yeah.
just not when it's Easter.
No, apparently people have lives, and we don't. So fair play.
Yeah. So this is the Birmingham Pagan Grill Recruitment Curry Club. It's being filmed on the Thursday before the bank holiday weekend, and we are the only people in recruitment in Birmingham who seem to hate our wives enough to want to come along to this.
Or more likely, in my case, whose wives hate you enough.
All that, yeah.
Or kids,
all that,
you know.
yeah. Should we do a quick intro round?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's
Right
go
as
this
a-
way.
Right as a start, yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Harshil. I'm director over at 167 Solutions, startup tech recruitment company, based out of here in the Midlands.
Was that a sales chat?
Well, that was my intro. So, Man United,
harsh.
Man United fan. We're playing Leon tonight. Obviously you're here through introduction of Bobby and Nitin. So I'm pleased to be in part
I
of
like
it.
change that now.
No, that'd be sound.
No, fine.
That'd be sound.
Cool.
Not that dark.
I'm.
Thank you, Harsh.
Yeah, I'm.
Hang on, wait. Before we do that, Harsh, how many curry clubs have you attended so far?
This is my hat trick. This is my hat trick now.
Lovely.
We're here
Show
from
that.
Big Fans, fan.
I keep looking down there, and I realise I
We're
should be
all
looking
there.
up there. And the worst part is when I look down there, it's like, oh, I don't want anyone. I shouldn't really be showing people anything on top.
We turn that one light off.
No, but that's the halo I need. Yeah, I'm Bobby. I'm one of the founders of the Curry Club and recruitment trainer stroke coach, and I guess I do other shit as well, but who knows. How am I doing? Well, I'm number one. I'm a Hull City fan, so you can imagine how well that's going. I know we played against Coventry the other day, and
You can have it.
yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, no, actually feeling a lot better. You know, I wasn't feeling great, but being
Well,
around.
what was wrong with you?
No, just generally, rather than anything
Oh,
else,
okay.
just feeling a bit miserable. But now being around everyone works well. But yeah, that's me.
Good man, appreciate it. Do you want to?
Yeah, so I'm James Fairclough. I'm an honorary attendee. I seem to be making a habit of appearing on the pilot episodes of whatever podcast some stuff. So you'll never see me again. But yeah, great to see you.
Appreciate it. And I'm Nitin. You'll know me from the Rec Talk podcast. You'll know me from LinkedIn. You'll know me from every form of like recruitment community event happening, whether it's a team network event, whether it's a recruitment agency expo, whether it's RecFest, whether it's IHR. I do it all.
So basically, you're saying you're the Will Ferrell. I'm a kind of a big deal. I own many leather-bound books, and my arm smells of rich mahogany.
No, who does the cameos and everything? That's me.
Oh,
I'm Stan Lee.
yeah.
I
At
play
least
a
you
very
said that, and not Woody Allen, because that's a whole other problem.
They have that homeless guy as well, don't they? Who ends up.
Oh yeah. What about that Mexican guy that always plays the same guy? That's me.
Hector.
Hector, yeah. I'm Hector. No.
Oh, what, you mean the guy from Machete?
Yeah, and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always Hector.
Hector in Fast and
Hector.
Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Hector in everything.
Hector, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was even in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he played a pretty
Probably played Hector.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So there is no script to this. There is no planning or anything like that. We are literally just
Or
doing
audio or
shoot
video.
shit. No, it's there. It's just it's got on battery saving mode, brother.
Okay, so.
These guys panic.
Basically just filming a curry, isn't it?
They're not pros, are they? Yeah, we're just filming us eating a curry and chatting shit. But to give you guys a
I mean, that
bit
is
of
content.
yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Just to give you a behind-the-scenes look as to kind of what happens at these recruitment curry club events. How's everyone's week been? Well, the last couple of weeks. In fact, Harsh, it's been, what, a month since I saw you?
Yeah,
Well, we
Maybe
spoke a
two.
couple of weeks ago.
we did. We've had some good success.
Who the fuck has these conversations without me? What's that about?
Listen, I introduced Harsh to a client I used to work with
Oh, yeah.
because it found in his niche. And, hey,
Fair play. I
Yeah.
love that.
you mate, take it. Tell
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, no. So we had some success from that particular client, and introduced us to a good contact. We're already kind of having these conversations and building out on the relationship. So it was good just to have an additional person vouch for you as well when you, especially
Yeah.
when you're a startup.
Wingmaned it.
Love that.
100%. And the thing was
Probably good.
is it was quite amazing to see like where in that 3 months where that success has come from. It was really good, man. It was good. We've got some meetings, got some new clients, some new startup phases. So overall, it's been good.
Yeah, but fuck all that. How are you and yourself? How are you been keeping?
I've been in an interesting space, to be honest with you. Although I've been in a good space, I've been quite lethargic in certain aspects. And I don't mean that. It's just more about getting
testosterone.
Well, yeah, a little bit, and more to do with like process testosterone, right?
Oh, okay.
So just getting those kind of bits organised and that. So there's a few days that I kind of took out over the last sort of week or so, which has really just helped get that next.
What do you do to reset yourself?
You had an email that might help him.
Mate, yeah, my Cialis email. That sounds like a. Oh yeah, what did you do? Because I think loads of people get in that funk and get pissed off or get low energy. So what have you done to change that?
First off, I got rest.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, like straight up, it was just rest. I've done probably last 2 weeks worth of 12, 13-hour shifts every day kind of thing, just handing out the phone, getting all the people, etc., just closing out workload before the weekend. It's coming this weekend. So I just took a bit of rest out from working. I then revisited where I was and in terms of data, in terms of my process, how am I actually doing things? Because when you can go candidate heavy and you've got jobs and been independent, you can sometimes get to go down too many.
It's a seesaw, isn't it? You can't do too much of one and too much of the other because you'll imbalance it.
So I was kind of in that unbalanced stage because I knew that I wanted to get as much of that workflow out. So I just kind of reset myself from that perspective. New data, new clients, new target lists. So that's what I've kind of done actually.
Man, that's awesome. I'm glad you found that, because I think, the problem is when you're running your own business, everyone talks about the 12-hour days, but no one talks about how the hell do they stop themselves from burning out. So fair play to you, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I had my wife always going to me like, "Are you actually done yet?" And it's like, 8, 9 o'clock, you're on the phone still. So there's always challenges, but I think like she understands the sacrifices.
You're in that early stage. So I had a really interesting podcast with Katie Maycock, who specialises in burnout and recovery and that kind of thing. And she was on about that. She was like, the problem you have is a lot of new business owners, they're so excited about like what they're doing that they will whack in 12, 15 hours and like, really go for it, because they're like, I'm seeing the success. This is great. It's exciting. It's new. But unfortunately, that's on a road to burnout.
Yeah.
Because you're then going to get to a point where you're like, fuck, I need to do 10, 15 hours a week, like a day, a week, that's me.
Yeah.
A day to maintain this. Do you know what I mean? Or when performance starts to dip a little bit, you then start going, I'm not working hard enough. And it's like, well, come on, mate. The idea is that you're supposed to be working really as little as possible, right?
Yeah.
That's what we do for ourselves.
Business owner guilt is a real thing. Like you do sort of repay it in hours, don't you?
Definitely.
That is rich coming from you.
Yeah.
But no, but it's so true. Like you do get that guilt, and that guilt is weird because it either manifests in you overworking or going, oh fuck it, I feel so bad about myself that you look at mornings, afternoons and go, what am I really doing it for? And so I totally get that.
Yeah, I think
How's your week been? Or the last couple of weeks?
weeks. Yeah, I mean, I would say quarter. We've had a good quarter. So we made an important hiring round in Q4 and had a really strong Q1. So
BD call.
What you hiring for, mate?
yeah, well, we're only doing it in Q3.
Sorry to be an exclusive. We do it before this podcast. Where's the business card?
Which is great because Harshil's now paying for curry. So perfect. Yes. Cheers, everyone.
There it is. Business is done on the golf course or in the curry house.
Yeah, curry house.
Yeah. Which I always think is a great shame if you don't like golf, which I don't. So
no, that's it.
Yeah, so I come here.
Likes food, this is why we're here. It was good.
Hired. It was difficult. Took a lot of time. So kind of it's only the second time we've ever hired. So
Yeah.
that's a new appreciation for what other recruitment industry does. Made a lot more sense of a lot of the stuff that you talk about. So really good. Yeah. So steady Q1. Good Q1.
Wait, this is it. So recruitment, people who have recruited can be part of the Recovery Club as well. This is a new idea. Why haven't we done this before?
Literally because I had to cancel tomorrow night and we do Friday beers.
Yeah,
that is literally it. Yeah.
If anything, we'll phase you out and bring James.
Bring James in, mate. He's brilliant. He was on the pilot of Rec Talk as well.
Yeah, I did episode 1 of that, and now I'm doing episode 1one of this. So I think I only ever get invited to the pilot.
I've had you on a couple of times since then.
That was when someone pulled out.
We did an AI podcast recently in the old studio. Yeah, that's true.
That was a good studio, to be fair.
James is there going, how many people need to drop out before I'm back in again?
Yeah.
Every week.
That was about a year ago,
I
right?
was gonna say, yeah, a lot more now would have to drop out than they did back then. But, yeah.
That's it.
Now, question:
No, I appreciate it, man.
how the devil are you?
I'm
What's
good,
been going
man.
on, what's
I'm
been
always
going on
good.
the last couple of weeks for you?
No, I'm good. I'm always good. My life's chill. I get to do this as a fucking job, right? Like, so I don't have much to complain about. Got stuff going on family wise,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Which it's shit, but it's all part of life.
Is she gonna let you keep the dog or?
No, she killed it. It's on a stake in the garden for me to look at. No, it's not real. No.
I mean, nicely diverted, but obviously, I'm not going to say what's happened, but
Right,
I appreciate shit's
I
gone.
talk about it. My
shit-
mum went in for a knee operation. My mum is older. She went in for a knee replacement and had a mini heart attack on the operating table. So that's been a bit shit. I had to kind of move my diary around a bit and all that sort of stuff. But I'm pretty good at sort of almost disassociating work and personal life.
So you're like having your own severance moment. You can literally sever yourself from work and life.
I can't.
You like bank the grief, don't you?
Yeah, the thing is, I've had and this isn't a like fucking boohoo me thing, right? But I've dealt with a lot of shit over the last few years, and I've kind of always trained myself to sort of be like, that Tom Hanks thing, this too shall pass. Like, it's fine, whatever. It's like, this is all part of like the experience. Just go on with it.
Yeah,
No
but
point in sitting
that's
there getting
completely
all bent
fair.
out of shape. And actually stop and appreciate the good shit, which is, I'm good, man. I like this last couple of weeks, I've been, I've signed up new customers and new clients. We've filmed some quality podcasts. I've had an invitation to do some the Red Talk Red Carpet event that we're going to do in.
We
the
get
OnRec
one of those slow
Awards.
motion cameras to get into.
No, yeah. So
Hey.
basically, the guys from OnRec, Stuart Gentle, reached out.
yeah.
He was like, "Look, saw you at team conference. It looked really cool. How do we get you involved?" And within 20 minutes, where we landed on was like, "I'm not going to do a podcast at your award ceremony, but why don't I interview your nominees? Give me a red carpet, give me an AV team. I'll stand there with a camera and just be like, yo, who the fuck are you?"
Love that.
And they were like, he was like, "That's fucking brilliant. We'll do that." And then I've gone to my good mate David Huntington at Recruiter Awards and said, "Hey, by the way, I'm doing this for OnRec. Do you want me to look at doing that for you guys?" He's like, "Absolutely." So that's cool. And then Team Network, I'm doing loads more with them.
It's a bargain at £1,000 an hour as well, isn't it?
That's it. And plus curry.
So how do I ride on these coattails?
And no, it's good, mate. It's good. Honestly, when I say like I'm in a good place, I'm in a good place.
Mate,
I'm
good
at
on you.
RecFest this year. I'm at IHR this year. I'm at Agency Expo again in October.
What, you paid the money to be part of IHR?
Nah, I don't pay for anything. I do this. They're like, "We need you."
You're that scumbag that pays everybody an exposure, aren't you?
That's it. Yeah. That's right. I'm that guy
He's the only guy who's ever made that work.
And I have been trying to get paid in exposure for quite a long
Mate,
time.
I'm that guy who, other people use the brand of in Google AdWords to rank. But yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
And
other
you?
podcasts are available.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course, and you should listen to them because they're all valuable. How are you, dude?
I'm really good actually. I've like if you'd asked me that question about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, I'd have been like, "Oh, fucking miserable man." But no, I think to be honest, I've had a bit of a crisis of conscience and confidence. Like, in rebuild mode, and I'm not going to dwell on why I'm in rebuild mode. Don't worry, mate.
It's fine.
But
Cancer count was just going to be there.
no, he's just going to be working in the background. Don't worry, I've got. Look at me. Here you go. There's my scar. Do you
I
want
heard
to
you
read it?
telling him about the level of chili that you needed to, because I got this a bit.
I've had some surgeries, brother. But yeah, no, I'm getting a lot better. Like, actually, I've been going through that crisis of conscience of what is my brand identity again, and trying to develop that out. And actually, funny enough, ChatGPT is my new best friend. It's just like working with me in the background. And actually, I know you've spoken a lot about AI and how to make use of it, but there are so many applications that will help people rather than hinder people. And
Do you know what's really cool with ChatGPT?
Go on.
Ask it what it thinks its name is.
Oh, really?
It's fucking bizarre. Like, so many people getting different answers, but they're all kind of like either a really normal name or like a futuristic name. Mine's Nova. It named itself.
Oh, right.
You see, if
It's like, I don't know, whatever you want to call me. I was like, no.
if
what
anything,
did you want to be
I'd
called?
like mine to be going, "My name's Jeff."
Yeah.
That's quite interesting that each person that interacts with it, so it thinks of its own, it thinks of
Yeah.
itself as its own version for that person.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I'd be interested.
My GPT is named Nova.
Love that.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, mine's called internet connectivity problems.
I mean that's the kind of ICP that we weren't thinking
like
about.
Needs some testing.
Oh, he's definitely paid for the curry. Well done, Harshil.
And if anybody does need any testing, I was going to ask, did you find that you kind of got a bit of a reality check in, like what's actually important to you and kind of like what you actually care about?
Yeah, I really did, and unfortunately, that's also spilled over into my personal life in some ways. Like, what relationships do I want to keep?
And
What do I want to?
Your wife is lovely, man. I don't know why you keep doing this. Stop trying to do this.
No, she's joining this, mate. She's
good.
She's phasing me
Shit.
out. No, she came up with more ideas whilst I was in
She-
hospital.
She had some ideas. Yeah.
But no, yeah, like they're going. I've got this lease of life. What do I want?
This is a big thumbs up. Come on the screen then.
There we go. Hey, there we go.
This is
Sorry for those people on there. we're just checking out what Nitin's recorder will do. But yeah, no, absolutely. I think it got me thinking. Well, fuck it. I've got a new lease of life again. Like, what do I want to make that do? I'll be honest. For the last couple of months, it was more like I've got a new lease of life, but also no one's died. So what's the fucking point of anything? So it was just trying to get out of
it's
that mindset.
almost like there was no, not payoff. That sounds like the bad thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it was almost like all of this anxiety, angst, and issues, and the fallout that it's caused financially and all the rest of it. And you're like, but there's nothing I can pinpoint and go,
Yeah, exactly
and
that.
this happened. Yeah.
And that's it. So like, I know it's a very specific thing, but people go through hardships and those things have financial implications. And I don't think people talk about that enough. And like, I'm happy to say that, my business really struggled last year because of it. And now, by speaking to, weirdly, people in this group and through people in this group, I've been able to work out how to make that work and give me a bit of a, kind of that, again, that second chance of how to make things work. And
I
so
think it's a super important conversation because there's some like macro factors we were talking about earlier. It's an aging population. It's a really difficult economy.
Totally.
Like more and more people are going to be in that situation.
And totally. And like we were saying about, are more people going to be trying to run businesses? Of course they are. Because the way that, like you say, what macroeconomic
That's time to
factors.
start one. Is if you do your job right, look at all the redundancies and
Yeah, exactly. And so, but then people, like the reason we created this was more a case of there are so many people in similar boats or a bit further on down the line or in different different phases of these careers. It's almost like trying to get them all in a room and just say, how are you experiencing things? What is your vantage point? Because you've all got a valid story. It's just getting to know what those stories are. And like I say, Harshil and I knew each other a little bit, but through
I was going to say,
going
it
club, it's
takes
actually been
a
able to
big
get to know
step
each other.
for people to make that thing. Like you, this is your third one, right? So you're a bit more comfortable now. We speak semi-regularly. You know it probably well, but you didn't when you first cooked. Do you know what I mean? So what? Talk us through the mindset of like waking up in the morning, but like going. Okay, there's this event happening. It's a recruitment curry club.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it is, but
Exactly. Some
it's
idiots
local
just
to me.
posted about this
I don't know if I
idea
can go
and
along
we're
with
going
that,
to
you know what I
train
mean?
up to it.
Yeah, I think like the whole Recruitment Curry Club was quite an exciting opportunity. We bumped in coffee 300 degrees or 200 degrees, whatever it's called.
I mean, you could have an extra 100 degrees if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
That
exactly.
way or that way,
whichever way. And but you were with Reese.
Yeah.
And
Someone who I
honestly,
need to get on one of these.
we were just exactly.
So
just-
with a spoon or without a spoon?
with a spoon, definitely. But he,
Not a spoon, though.
yeah, but basically, we got in and we had that conversation. And the next thing you know, you're setting up this curry club, and it was the fact that there was other business leaders and people that have done what I'm starting off, and to gain experience from anyone. It doesn't, you should always be open to learning from people. Full stop. And it was an opportunity for me to also hear people's stories and their journeys and things like that. So,
Amazing.
for that timing.
Probably there, mate. Probably right there. That's it. At the camera seal. Fucking look at that.
it's amazing.
Look at that.
So it's Paneer, get involved.
Yeah.
It's nice, that is.
I mean, this has been a brand new addition. The idea of a pizza starter, which is
Yeah. I welcome every time if there's pizza.
Mate, totally.
You're more than
Well,
welcome to. There's no.
If you ever been to like a kind of tech meetup, often recruiters run those. I'm not sure if you thought about doing one of those, but often recruiters will run up a tech meetup.
Should we do a tech recruitment a tech curry club?
Well, it have to be pizza. This is
Yeah,
this is
totally.
the point I'm making.
Yeah.
So they
There's
always
not many
have
of us tech people.
Yeah.
They all hate each other.
They are. It's,
Yeah.
it's like what recruitment was back in the early
Yeah.
2000s.
I'm
They're all
the
at war
only
with
one-
each
I'm the
other.
only one they let out of the basement, you know. So, yeah.
It's like, you work for SEC.
Yeah. If we could definitely do one, but it would have to be pizza. That's like the one rule that tech me.
Yeah,
If there's no pizza, there's no audience.
Indian-
basically.
Bloody hell.
Indian brewery.
That needs to go that side, I think. Let's
Or
pop this
Peg and
over
Grill
there.
with all their pizzas.
That's it. You pop that over there, sir.
So this is what we really do the Curry Club for. The incredible mixed grills. I mean, hopefully the speakers are getting that sizzle in there. Oh, thank you.
I'll also thank you. This gentleman here as well, right here. In that all valid nine. Probably up there. 4 valid knives, yeah, go on, slap them down there. I'm going to move the laptop.
Perfect. I think we've got some pasta chicken hopefully on the way. If not, then I'll order it. But I think so.
There better be a biryani on the way. That's what I
Oh,
ordered.
no, I forgot the biryani.
Did you actually?
I actually forgot.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
can we-
mother-
Sorry, I'll order those. Sorry, everyone. I'll be back in a minute.
Just tell him.
Yeah.
You're a waiter, right?
Yeah, can we order a lamb biryani and
You're a waiter, right? Just give us a biryani. Yeah, he's so wait.
curry sauce?
Hey?
All right, there.
All right, please. Yeah.
I knew.
What's the saying?
Oh, that's really.
You good?
Yeah, that's way better than they should be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
I want to be bougie using knife and fork because we're on camera.
Well, it's also you though, Rob. But that's absolutely fine.
But, yeah, sorry, you were interrupted by this amazing food they got delivered.
Yeah, no, it was just the experience of listening to other people because, you know, effectively you had a really good panel, you had a good people, Nitin, yourself, you know, we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for this. So, you know, there's some really grateful opportunities of getting involved in, and not just networking. It's about learning, right? You know, you're speaking to people that have got that experience and have gone through those challenges and pains that you might feel. And having someone to talk about, you know, you mentioned earlier about financial struggles, business, and, you know, these are things that we should all be comfortable talking amongst our peers, and, you know, that's the whole
Why do
point.
you think we're not? What will kind of open it out to everybody?
Yeah.
Why do we think we're not as comfortable openly discussing our failures as we are bragging about our successes on LinkedIn, for example?
I'll happily start off. I think we're not very good at being vulnerable as people. I think, you know,
What's
why
weird?
it-
What do you
Oh,
think?
why is that? Because we don't want to seem weak, because vulnerability is classed as weakness, but it's actually one of the most powerful things that, you know, traits that leaders, people can show to each other. And so it's actually, are we allowing ourselves to be vulnerable with each other? You know, yes, we've created this environment here where we go, you know what, actually I'm happy to say these things, but that element of psychological safety doesn't exist in lots of different, like, especially when you don't know people, right?
I think
It's where you
a lot of the time, a public forum feels like you're kind of unsure in front of competition as well. And sometimes, you know, 4 walls and, you know, 3 curries and a pizza sort of makes it feel like, you know, you're amongst friends and you can kind of share everything more openly.
But it's quite personal as well, right? I mean, I think we all have an element of pride
Yeah.
as well
Yeah, totally.
that we hide behind. I think is like,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't want to turn up to your mate to say you're struggling in an open room. You might say it 1-to-1, and it's a bit of a different connection.
So do you think
But I think like
the answer lies in community then? So having that safe place.
Yeah.
yeah,
So having that safe place to be vulnerable, that's the answer. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, like, let's take it to football, for example. You're in a changing room, you're sitting there with your mates, you've all just talked about how great Friday night was, and you're going to go and play football now on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But you don't ever have that next level of conversation, actually, like what was bad about your week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think we're always in a point of, and we've always been quite habitual in the sense of we only talk about our successes, we don't talk about our failures as commonly
And
recognized, right?
And we're a
So-
group of guys here, and we'll probably, you know, the reason this exists is actually because I do this. Don't worry, I cheat on you guys with other people. But yeah, me and a group of friends started this in our own world, and we all come from very different walks of life. We've got an engineer, a dentist, a marketing specialist, and 2 people.
Are they all Indian?
Huh? No. The dentist is shock. No, the marketing guy is very much not. And then I've got two people with some of the best jobs I've ever heard of. One tests racetracks for JLR for their new sports cars.
Yeah, so
And the
you don't
other one
have my job, but go on.
and
Yeah, what's he going to do next year?
test electric cars. And then the other one is called
Jaguars.
and the other one is called the chief problem solver for Bugatti. So yeah, that noise is what he hears a lot. So yeah, so we all meet up and we just have a proper conversation and go get rid of all the usual masculine bullshit. And I know we're in a group of guys here. And
Do
normally,
you think that plays into it? This masculinity thing of like, well, if I'm a man, I've got to be manly. I've got to be like. Nah,
I think it
it's
did.
Do you get a lot of ladies at these events?
We get quite a few in London.
Not that we're seeing right here,
Yeah,
but yeah, we do.
No, yeah, but Birmingham's been the only place we haven't had that many. Well, although no, the last time we had quite a few. We had and there's the only one I can remember, but the Nicole as well.
We had Emma, Nicole, Kerry,
yeah.
Tanya. Like we have, of like 15, 16 people. I think there's so much
Usually
more
a balance.
and I love the fact that there's a balance. Like,
Yeah, that's good.
because men's mental health is a good thing, and it's great to have those situations where they happen. But it's also good to have a lot of different views and a lot of different opinions. And
It's almost like sometimes that conversation's a bit overdone though as well, right?
what men's mental health?
Yeah,
Talk about just men's mental health.
Yeah, totally agree.
Mental health is a problem for people. For a lot more people than you realise. Yeah.
100%. You know we I don't think people talk about it, and from a male perspective as common. I think women are definitely a little bit more. Will have more bonding with certain people and
I don't
be
know,
quite
do
open
you
to
know?
having a certain
I don't know.
conversation.
I think from experience, I can say that unfortunately, I don't think certainly the women in my world and in my life, they don't keep as close knit friendships as the men in my world do, right? And so therefore, sometimes there's an element of I don't know whether. Take my wife for example. I don't think there's anyone in my wife's life outside of me that she would feel comfortable telling. You know, talking. Yeah.
Whereas
I don't know if that's reflective or not. So.
Well, no, because I think my wife's had to depend on a lot of people. You know, certainly last year.
Yeah, because you was like.
Yeah, because I was kind of. Yeah, absolutely. So, for James's benefit, I had to deal with a spot of cancer last year.
Do you think I haven't briefed him on this?
I don't know.
Right, James, don't make
He
cancer jokes.
told me that taxi has like no cancer jokes.
Yeah.
He's really sensitive, and don't ask about his.
No, mate. I've got a sense of humour. That literally just came to me now. But no, you're right. I think there's elements where people are willing to say stuff to a certain degree, and I think lots of people have those kind of cosmetic relationships. But
Yeah.
certainly with that group of people that I was talking about earlier, our relationships have all changed because we're willing to say actually what's really going on.
Yeah.
And it's not like a how are you? Oh yeah, I'm great. No, forget that. How are you?
I think sometimes when terrible things happen, or sometimes when you make like a big lifestyle decision, you do find out who the real ones are. So you might
Oh my
find out
God.
that way. You might have found it out starting a business. Like, you know, who's gonna still be a cheerleader when you're, you know, kind of taking a risk.
yeah,
Oh, but the thing is, they're really good. You see, a lot of people and a lot of friends, I don't know whether you've noticed this, they're really good right at the beginning. You know, you're putting it out on LinkedIn to say, I'm starting this business, or I'm putting it on Facebook, if anyone uses Facebook anymore.
Oh, dude.
Um,
Car parts.
Shock. But yeah, they're really good at the beginning, and they're really good at that point where you're starting to make lots of money, or they're seeing the success. But there's not many people that will help you in that messy middle.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, when you're really struggling, or you know, like in my case, I'm going fuck. When you know, do I pay the car off, or do I pay this person? And I think not enough people realize that there's a lot more of those problems that happen that people don't realize when you're running a business, when you're, you know, whether it's running it successfully or not successfully, that those things happen.
Well,
And
I think kind of small business, for, you know, probably a lot of people watching, it's sort of like a lose-lose situation, because no one wants to see you succeed or hear about it, or, you know, a lot of people don't, right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
But they also
don't want to hear you moan when
they
it's
don't
not
want to hear
going well.
about it either, yeah. So it kind of like becomes your burden to bear if you choose to do it, right?
I'm not gonna lie, this food is incredible.
Yeah, it's really good actually.
That pizza was unreal.
That is way better than it should be.
And no one goes, Indian pizza. Yeah.
Indian Italian fusion. You've never heard of it, but it's damn good.
I think I knew an Indian Italian girl once.
How'd that go?
She might be Spanish, I think. I don't know. Not good, Brian.
Indian Italian.
Yeah. You thought she was Italian and Spanish?
I think she. Yeah, I think. I knew a Spanish girl once.
God.
My wife didn't.
Cut that, cut that, cut that,
No,
cut that.
yeah. Don't worry about it, Tristan. Leave it. Talk directly to Tristan now.
Tristan, pull that out.
If anything, I want you to put that on Zoom and up the volume on it.
That's it.
But no, what the...
And if you subscribe to Curry Club Podcast Premium, you can see the Facebook link here.
Yeah.
What, to Nitin's car parts?
Yeah.
So what car parts are you selling or buying?
All of them. What do you want?
You had a Range Rover for a while, so.
Oh, I get it.
Rover.
Recycle tools, rec tools, like it's all covert.
Got nothing to do with recruitment.
No, that's it.
Fair, you can't do recruitment anymore, mate.
No, but
It's all bloody AI.
I'm gonna quiz you on this. So
Go on then.
you know, ran a business struggled, business went under. I'm actually amazed in how you've been able to build yourself back up again after what people would see as failure. How the fuck did you do it? Because people don't know these things, and people, you know, I know you take lots of things in your stride, but I think going through that journey, it's not one that many people take, and so fair play to you and fair fucks to you
Look,
for picking that
it's
up.
not failure. It was failure, right? But you got to. Well, I don't know whether it's stoicism or whether it's sort of a mind shift change or whatever. But you got to understand that, like, I've learned the hard way. Success isn't final,
Yeah,
and failure isn't fail, right?
agreed.
And you know, this whole kind of concept of year-on-year growth is a fallacy. Nobody
Perfect.
has that.
Thank you.
Can I get another drink, please, mate?
Actually, me too.
Yeah. Go on.
Not for me. No Guinness.
Two jute and one Jameson's and ginger ale, please.
And what's the ETA on that biryani, though? Man.
What's
No.
the failure? I mean, hopefully not too quick, because then you know that shit's not happened.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, no, it's an interesting, like, I think it's an interesting perspective in that you've got to shift your mindset. Yeah, your mindset. You've got to accept that things are going to happen that you don't necessarily plan for. You know, but also I never just go, oh yeah, I ran and failed a business. I always say the same way.
I've heard too many people try to just come up with that line, right?
What? I always say it in exactly the same way. I ran, grew, scaled, and ultimately failed a recruitment business. And I made some really good decisions along the way. And I made some really dumb decisions along the way. And I guess, do you know what? I would argue that maybe the podcasting thing is the thing that's got me through, because I get to sit with incredible people who teach me things and tell me things. And I look at it now and go, shit, if I knew even half the stuff that I know now back then, my business wouldn't have failed.
Yeah.
And maybe in the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, this is my point. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Don't worry, we'll get you in. There he is.
Thank you, boss.
European sauce.
Oh, is that just curry sauce?
Just curry sauce, and then you've got raita as well.
It's the Wi-Fi as well, and the big biryani. Yeah.
There it
Call me-
is.
Enjoy, I mean, that's what
Thank you. It's call me at school. Yeah, big biryani. No, I think it's important to remember that you've got to you got to find where you fit in and what your thing is, right? And that's what it was for me. Without the podcasting, I think I'd probably still be dwelling and bitter and sad and all the rest of it. But
Yeah.
as I look at it and go, actually, do you know what? Maybe my calling isn't to run a recruitment business. Maybe my calling is to help those who are running recruitment businesses and show them things that, hey, fucking hell, this is where I fucked up. Don't do that. You know, that sounds like a great thing to do. It's not worth it. You know.
Well, that's essentially what I do with recruiters, because you know I'm showing people based on the fuck ups I made, and that's okay. Like, if anything, not enough is made around failure or allowing people to fail. Like, if you know,
We
either
say,
get into the
we
world
say
of
in the
coding-
technology world, fail fast.
Yeah, fail fast. Exactly that. And, you know, like you'll put your coding in, you'll get a compiler to just check where you are and go, yeah, you know what? I've got a million lines of code. If I find that one bit, I get it. If I find that one bit that will make sure that those million errors are gone, that's great. But in a lot of other worlds, you just not allow, you don't allow yourself to do that. You don't go, oh, where is my compiler?
It's because most wills are sort of focused on, let's say, year-on-year growth.
Yeah.
That's a fallacy. That doesn't happen. It's not sustainable. The world we're in right now is proof of that, right? Of
course it is.
End stage capitalism, if you want to call it that. But the reality is that it's not achievable.
Yeah.
So stop striving to achieve that, and kind of strive to achieve something else.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll just want to keep. I just want to make sure we're still filming.
Yeah, you really want to see me eat. Cheers, guys.
I don't want to get to the end of this and be like, oh, camera went on.
Do you guys fancy another 5 curries? I just need to reshoot.
Yeah, fine. If I have to.
I'm going for a quick break. I'll be back on the set.
Right, now he's gone. Let's chat shit about it.
Anyway, that harsh, mate.
Yeah, that.
Oh, what a guy.
What?
I'm taller than I look. Yeah, I know.
That's massive.
Yeah,
He's a good guy.
He's
He's a
actually,
really good guy.
he's actually tall. He's actually tall as sat down.
He's a great guy. But he's a perfect.
The camera takes 4 inches, is what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Oh, right, hang on a minute. But
Yeah. Get your dick out.
it adds 10 kilos, but it takes 4 inches. I mean, that's savage.
I'm going to have nothing less.
I'm going to be a dry husk of a person.
Oh, mate. Why do you? Right, you've recently recruited, right? Tell us about your experience within that. Sort of from a.
Did you have to use the scourge of recruiters?
No, you didn't.
No, I
You had me.
Yeah, and you didn't even offer to help, actually. But no, you did. You sent me a few people.
What did I do?
What did you do?
Sent you an invoice by the sounds of it.
Right, wow, that's upsetting. Tell me about the job spec that you put out. How did that work out?
Yeah, no, let me give you full credit. Full credit.
I thought I had to ask for that.
No, he's totally right. It has been a busy quarter. I can't believe up about that. Huge difference. So I wrote a job spec when we tried to recruit before. That round didn't quite work out.
Why not?
So
Do you reckon?
we were getting so we're a growing consultancy. We were getting some advice about like when the critical point to hire was. We were kind of trending there. Didn't quite get there. Pulled the hire around. But it came back around. And I used one of your kind of AI solutions to take the job advert I had written and, judge it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the correct term would be. Whatever recruiters call that.
Adapt, modernise and develop.
Oh my God. We had 53 applications the first time. We're like a small Coventry-based business that provides a niche service within technology. I thought that was pretty decent reach. But we had more than 500 applications. I actually had to turn off our LinkedIn paid advert because it was starting to cost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which was it? Pay per click?
I don't know exactly how they do it. It's like paper application or like paper application in sections of 50 or something like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it ran up into several hundreds of pounds. We sort of decided to draw a line under it because we weren't able literally to process.
So basically what he's saying is, his health would cost you money.
Yeah, I know. I mean, ultimately, like I say, we had a really great quarter. Managed to hire 2 really good people. But yeah, the quality of applicants, the number of applicants we got was hugely different based on the quality of job advert we put out. So yeah, that made a huge difference. Yeah, full credit to you for that. That was really good. Yeah, but again, a massive appreciation about how much is involved in the process. You kind of think as a business owner, or you're under the kind of illusion that like every kind of job you'd have is a big opportunity for the people that you're interviewing, but it's not always. So there is that kind of candidate control element, and there is like a sort of a little bit of sales involved, I think, in trying to get the person that you want to accept the offer
Yeah.
to sort of come on board. So yeah, lots to learn there. I think I also learned some really valuable lessons about which bits of that process we were good at, which bits we weren't good at, which bits took a lot of time. I know that you have a bit of a philosophy about selling recruitment as a professional, or as like a sector, there's like a selection of professional services. And fully buy into that. There are definitely some bits of the recruitment process that we had that I would want to hang on to. Interviewing, like screening, because we screen in line with client requirements and that sort of thing. But there are definitely some elements of that recruitment process which I wasn't very good at. Evidently, writing job specs was one that really wasn't my strength. I think some of the first stage interviews and getting people through technical assessments, we had massive dropout at that level. Ultimately, got to a point where we hired two really good people, just so it was a really important round. It was more confident. But yeah, learned. It took a lot of time, and you know, in a business as small as ours, we're 6 people. You know, my time is also revenue, right?
Yeah,
so
totally.
I'm not at a point where we're set back, and you know, there were compromises there too. You know, there was work I wasn't able to do because I was doing recruitment.
It's interesting though, right? Because I have this conversation with the guys I'm doing mentoring with or whatever, and I'm like, you need to get into the psyche of the people you're trying to recruit for.
Totally.
Just sitting there and telling people that, oh, we are cheaper or we're better at this, you know, we're professionals, we're specialists. That's not going to hit the mark. Whereas if someone was like, listen, you got better things to do. Surely you got better things to do.
And also, I think, you know, that kind of reality check for a lot of business owners, you know, I'm better at this than you would have been a really great approach for me at that time. Because
Really?
like, yeah, I think so.
Because I don't know whether that would have come across as arrogant. So
I mean, you don't have to say it in so few words, maybe. Like, you know,
Yeah.
pitch it appropriately for the person. But I mean, that message, I think, is that listen,
This comes back.
this is
so,
your
so
strength.
what you're saying
This comes
is-
back to my point though, right? I can send my own cease and desist letter.
Yeah.
I don't. I go to a specialist, a law firm. I could do my own VAT return, but I don't. I go to an accountancy firm because I might fuck it up. Right?
Yeah, totally.
I can do my own recruitment, but you know what? If I go to an agency, it's because I don't want to fuck it up, and I want them to do a better job than what I'm going to do. Maybe there's the answer.
But that's the thing. I think if anyone would have gotten to understand what your problems are, and more importantly your goals as well, because I think a lot of it is like I'm just going to pitch to it's almost like a versus thing. It almost feels like it's a me versus you thing. I will do this better than you.
I don't think it's
Whereas actually, could I tie into your goals and go, well, actually,
You've got recruiters in your network, though, right? You've got people you know that you can say, tell us about that. Did any of them reach out to you? And what was the approach?
Yeah, they did. And honestly, I mean, some of the, you know, let's say maybe more tempting or more effective approaches I had were from people that weren't that close to me, which is kind of strange, like you would think.
Yeah.
It's almost that they were resting on their laurels and go, well, we know James, so
Yeah,
therefore
he's
he's
a- he just
definitely going to come to us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There's that. I mean, I'm also very petty, so if they annoyed me in any way, then, you know, they're not going to get the business.
A person in tech is petty. Never.
Humans are petty.
Yeah, well, people are petty.
Humans are petty. Understand that. Understand that, and you can understand why people behave the way they do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, that's why, you know, somebody doesn't get a response to an email or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there were recruiters in the network. I mean, frankly, I was kind of pretty determined to do it myself, but it did definitely give me an appreciation of, like, where all the time and effort goes and, you know, situations that, you know, you guys kind of in the recruitment sector probably encounter all the time, like all of the time that you might invest in a particular candidate that you really quite like. You don't know, you know, somebody else comes along, you know. So that in my situation, that was sunk cost. I'd spent that money, that time was gone.
It's either, and that's the thing, and people don't realize that what the kind of financial implications are for the companies that they're working with, and it's really cool that you highlighted some of those, because actually, if you look at your day rate, and again, you don't need to disclose that, but it's like your day rate times the amount of days spent on those things has an impact, right?
It has a real impact, yeah. Especially as a small business, right? Because like every day rate is a larger percentage of the total revenue. So
Totally that.
yeah, 100%. I definitely see a lot more value now. I really kind of appreciate the idea that it can be kind of like the selection of professional services, so that, you know, particularly for owner managed businesses, they can hang on to the bits that they want to. Yeah, for sure. I faced some of the challenges that I think, you know, professionals would have dealt with better than I did.
What do you think somebody would have had to have said to you for you to be that candid with the recruiter on the phone?
When I'm not talking or not.
Yeah, I'm not talking. Hi James, would it ruin your day if I told you this was a cold call? I mean, actually into the conversation. How much? At what point do you think you would have been like, all right, I'm a level with you. Here's my concerns, or here's my issue.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, nobody was that good, honestly. Like, people kind of gave up quicker than that in the kind of, you know, sales approach.
Well, they've got to make 50 phone calls a day, mate.
Yeah.
If there's a no from you, they've got to go to somebody else who's going to say yes.
I'll tell you one thing, that only 2 recruiters ever have been inside of my office. One of them's you, when you were still in recruitment, and
We were friends.
That's because we're friends. Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
doesn't
say,
count.
as a
And-
recruiter, I probably wouldn't have gone to your
Yeah.
office. Truthfully.
So,
And the-
key lesson learned there: make sure that you're friends from childhood with all of your clients.
No.
That sounds like a
Well,
big key.
yeah, if
There
you're
was another
struggling
one.
to get, if you're struggling
We've
to
already
get
booked our
clients,
meeting for Wednesday, mate. So like, I don't know.
if you're struggling to get clients, make better friends.
Made better friends.
100%.
Yeah,
That's it. There's probably something in that.
Pick up the phone to like CEOs and be like, how do I be your friend?
What are you saying? Make sure you're in the right room.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real
Maybe
advice.
this one.
It could be this one. The real advice I think is don't try and sell it, try and help me, because the other guy,
Who recruitment's a seller self?
well maybe it is when it kind of maybe it is when you need to close
I
the deal.
keep, keep giving side
Well,
eye to the camera.
Well, it is as long as it's influencing you in the right way. And don't
think
worry,
you've
I've
got
already
something
got,
there.
I've already got
But
stuff in the
other
pipeline for
guy-
you, my friend.
The other guy that I set up a meeting with, I had known him for some years through my network as a recruiter, and he was a kind of fresh startup as well. I'll tell you his name off the podcast, but well, don't want to promote him because I'm paid. But basically his kind of thing was, listen, I've just started a business, like maybe we help each other, sort of thing. Let's
Nice.
put
So
some time.
what you're trying to say is empathy.
Yeah, I think like it was a much more human thing. Do you know what I mean? So
What you mean? What you mean? Me saying that? Hi, I'm Bobby from recruitment company. I specialize in tech recruitment.
yeah,
and
or,
I'm.
We've been established in the market for so many years.
I have a massive database. No.
I don't care about that. Ask me how I'm getting on. Sort of, that's much better. But yeah, the other guy who kind of did have a meeting in our office, I did know his name, so I think there's a lesson. The personal brand is important.
Okay.
There's all the lingo either.
So well, absolutely. He's speaking the recruitment lingo. So
been listening to me.
well, I guess is it from your perspective? Because I think a lot of recruiters are told build your personal brand, get on LinkedIn, make sure that you're messaging people.
Oh, thanks. What
There you are.
Aspects of that personal brand.
Now do me a favour.
All right, here we go. Have you two finished?
Sorry.
Don't worry. This
Yeah. So
Go
what,
on, Bobby.
pinky
what,
stays
aspect, what
clean,
aspects
mate.
of that
Pinky
personal
stays clean,
brand
so don't worry.
for a client's perspective like yours actually made the most sense? Like what actually prompted you to know who people are?
I think this is where it kind of gets kind of toxic, right? Because you're judging people based on their successes. So like if somebody's personal brand represents success, you think, oh Jesus, that guy's really successful, like, and now he wants to work with us, sort of thing. So I mean, it's
that's fair enough.
It's toxic in that sense. I think you can't also help compare yourself. So maybe which other clients they'd worked with, or like what sort of thing they're trying to give off. Like if I work with these sorts of companies, like that's how branding works, right?
Yeah.
So you want to kind of identify with that particular tribe. So there was definitely a bit of that. Their efficacy also, I would say, is part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean to their detriment as well. If you see, this is kind of from the other side of the fence, a recruiter, for example, that was always advertising like really high salaries or like really kind of generous packages all round, you think fucking hell, I'm not sure I can offer all that. So I'm not sure if I want this guy because that's what he usually does,
Yeah, no, that's really insightful because I think we don't get to speak very much from the other person's point of view, and I think that's really useful to know that actually, yes, your personal brand has something, but if you're advertising at the wrong level for that business actually gets put off because I don't think people realise that.
Well, I also think another interesting thing is that like I might have needed a recruitment service that time also at some point in the future, right? But there was a time where I also relied on recruitment services. So I've been a candidate before, like at the kind of earlier end of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I was relying on recruitment companies as well. So you kind of think about, well, who helped me at that time?
I was going to say, without naming names, were you thinking about who helped you and also who didn't help you?
Yeah, 100%. I am that petty. It was 10 years ago, but
people are petty.
yeah.
That's the point.
That's absolutely fine, but I think not enough is made of those things because a lot of the stuff I talk about in training is about making sure that you remember the candidate's point of view, the client's point of view, and I just don't think enough of that is made. So, what do you need?
Just need the,
I think
Yeah.
I think there's some nice points in there. Like you got the human element, you've got the performance element, budgets. There's so many different areas that you've obviously considered. But I think also it's the fact that you understand the pains, because your day to day is delivering what you need to deliver. And I think that's where recruitment companies like take that pain away from, you know, if you're a developer, program manager, whatever it is, or finance, accountant, doesn't matter. Your day-to-day job is doing what you do. So if you've then got the task of hiring, it has to be accommodated. But
I mean, what are the chances? Like, if you think about it, right? So, like, my skill set that I sell is software engineering. What's the chances I'm also a brilliant recruiter? It's like slim to none, basically, isn't it? It's a totally different skill set.
Yeah, totally. And there's so many. Unfortunately, people think, oh, yeah, I can just do it. And actually, the world of recruitment is actually quite a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
And a difficult thing to master.
It's a skill.
There's definitely some skill in it, 100%.
But this is the takeaway for me from this is that not, you know,
I like it. Takeaway.
the takeaway for me is going to be the biryani. That's absolutely
Dude, land that biryani.
It was good, right?
Incredible.
So spicy though. Like I thought you told him you had a little neck thing and you could eat it.
I've been eating that. That's been fine. I'm training myself up.
This is why you had gallstones.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, it's
Man.
fine. Yeah, look, I think the reality is that like
really good.
the recruitment isn't recruitment's not complicated though, is it? Right, and so we're not providing a complex kind of solution approach. What you've got to accept the fact that you're either going to save these people time, energy, like effort, or you're going to save them money.
Pain as well.
Pain, yeah, getting it wrong and all that sort of stuff. You got to figure that out, and I think we spend way too much time focusing on like the features, advantages, and benefits of using a recruiter.
I think again that's always done the wrong way around because they're going to features first. I don't need to tell you about my benefit. My feature of my big database. You don't give a shit.
I'll tell you something which I probably didn't quite realise, because knowing you and having run a recruitment company and you focus quite a lot on what the brand of the company is, I could not give a shit what company somebody who contacted me works for, because it's entirely them. It's entirely them that you're buying.
Yeah,
Fair enough. And that's the thing. I know obviously Nitin's your friend, but if he'd have said that he's from Michael Sharma Group, you'd have been like, and what?
Yeah.
so
I mean,
Yeah. What does that mean to me? Like it's very much an internal thing. Like
look, I billed the same amount of money at Michael Page as I did at Michael Shah Group. Clients didn't give a shit. Clients didn't care what the name was on the invoice.
yeah,
What they bought into was, this guy knows what he's
your
doing.
service.
I feel like he can save the
And
client.
zero's the same number wherever you take it, right?
Exactly. I didn't. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the accounting software for a minute. Other accounting software is available.
Like QuickBooks. This episode is sponsored.
Mate, we need to get some sponsors. How's that going to work out?
We'll figure it out.
No, totally. But no, thank you for showing that, because I don't think I wasn't entering into this thinking that we're going to have a proper conversation about sales.
Recruiters marking the episode title, right?
3.5 recruiters. Yeah.
Mate, I love that. The pilot, 3.5 recruiters.
that's actually brilliant.
I love that. Any closing thoughts?
I think James has absolutely smashed it. I think getting to know what's happening from the other person's point of view is so powerful. I always talk about empathy being a superpower, and I think hopefully this episode or
Is a
this
superpower like a superpower?
superpower, yeah. Sorry, but I got my teeth back in. But no, it's just really enlightening to actually get it from someone else's point of view, because I think we're so busy thinking about it from our perspective.
We don't want to hear it. It's not that we're so busy. No, we just don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
A lot of the time you don't want to face the truth.
You don't want to face the truth. I was at Recruitment Agency Expo on stage
Oh, were you?
with 4 people from talent acquisition telling people this is what we like
And
what we
you're
don't like,
tall and handsome, aren't you, as well?
and that. Yeah. And like there wasn't any, and we opened it out to the floor, right? Ask us the questions. Give us some shit, right? Here's your chance. And then we're just like, no,
Really?
sure,
I mean,
sure.
you see, we missed that because we ended up at someone else's talk. So I can only apologise.
Was it that the one of their keynote speakers?
Tim?
Yeah, with Tim Campbell.
Campbell,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're on the same fucking time as him, right?
Yeah, and
But listen, I did numbers, right? There was a good amount of people in the audience, but even they were a bit shell shocked because they were like, "This is fucking bizarre."
yeah,
Because I had this conversation on LinkedIn the other day, rec to rec, and she put out like, "Oh, could you imagine needing to use a plumber and then saying no plumbers, no plumbers, please? Like, why did clients say no agencies, please?" And I was just like, "Fucking hell, this is Oh, this is like basic level. Yeah, this is like basic level stuff, you know. And I can guarantee you.
Is that because we're not capable of having nuanced conversations?
For the most part, I think they're so busy just focusing on business development because they think that's what they need to do. That
And that's the thing. Do we get business development wrong because it's
they don't understand what it is because they think it's sales. Sales is not business development. Sales is not business development. Business development takes time, energy, effort over an extended period of time. If you're telling your guys you need to make 50 phone calls a day and I want you to pick up 4 vacancies this week, you're expecting people to hit the right person at the right time to say, go on then, I'll give you that vacancy. And I'll tell you now, if that client gives you that vacancy, that's a shit client. They ain't going to pay. There's issues, there's problems. You don't want that business.
I'm giving my idea away, but I always be with new consultants that I'm working with, it's more a case of saying, I want you to understand the problems and challenges of X amount of companies, X amount of candidates, because all you're doing is matching problem to solution.
That's it.
And which is
AI will take that job.
And which is
AI will take that job.
Yeah. If I need to make $100, there is a dialer that will make that conversation.
Yeah.
There is a dialer that there is an AI function already out there that will take that transactional sales away.
That's it.
There isn't anything out there as yet that I can see from all the AI that you've probably had a look at, that I've had a look at, that will take away a proper conversation.
No.
You know, I've seen AI kind of role play stuff, and it's even then it's taking its time, but it's a million miles off where it needs to be from being realistic from a candidate's, client's, colleague's point of view. Mm-hmm. So if you can actually have proper conversations and have real conversations around how are you actually doing, how I've noticed you've got this hiring round at the moment. That must be really troubling. How are you getting on with it? You know, people just disarm you with an actual conversation rather than going, have you got any jobs, mate? I see you got jobs, so can I have your jobs?
Which
is absolute nonsense.
I do kind of think often that like people approach me like they would approach some sort of like enterprise CIO or something. I think we're like 6 blokes in a room trying to do our vet sort of thing.
But they don't know that because they haven't gone to your business park and gone and seen you in the office and gone, oh, actually, that's who you are.
Yeah. Or they haven't asked.
And they definitely haven't asked.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
They see a name on a database and go, "Ooh, this could be my next client." They don't think about what the client actually does. I mean, imagine if a candidate, if a consultant actually said to you, "What do you actually do?"
Yeah.
And why you're asking for a load of developers?
You at least tell them. Yeah, for sure.
If you're actually asking for a load of developers, what are they going to do? How does that help?
That's down to qualification, though, isn't it?
But qualification.
The key to qualification and good deep conversations. It's really simple, right? Ask yourself, do you listen or do you just wait to talk?
Yeah.
You might be asking a question. If you're sitting there thinking in your next question or you're reading your little crib sheet and like, okay, then I'm going to ask, what's your head count, right? You're doing it wrong. Listening is 2 ears, 1 mouth. Use it in that order and the conversation won't go based on your script that your MD is giving you. It won't go based on these, here's the questions that you need to ask. No, the conversation is just a conversation. Just talk to people and actually listen, not wait to talk.
You're right, but scripts are important. Sorry. Well, scripts. No. Scripts are important because I'll tell you why. There's certain questions, and it's a process, isn't it? So like.
No, a conversation is not a process, bro.
No, not like a generic conversation, but there's
any conversation. There's no
as a recruiter, and as let's just take James as a client, right?
Yeah.
He's gone through a process of how many recruiters, and out of those, he's only identified 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
From what this podcast is about, those 2 still have not asked all the qualifying questions that you'd want to come away with as a recruiter to know enough about James and his business and make him confident as a client that he's gonna that recruiter's gone away with actionable. And that my point is not about the script part, but it's more about actually having the right questions listed that you can actually freely have them in conversation.
It's a normal. I think you could probably do a script well, and I think you can probably do a conversation badly.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's
I get. We haven't scripted this conversation.
No.
But it's flowed.
Yeah.
And it's worked, and it's been a lot more in depth than we expected it to be, right?
Yeah.
So that's the conversation. That's a proper conversation.
Yeah, because we've actually listened to each other and delved that little bit deeper.
That's it.
What did you say?
What?
Paneer pizza number 1.
Mate, that paneer pizza, by the way, was wow.
Way better than any business being really good.
Do you know what? Every time we've come here,
Peg and Grill.
I suppose we shout out, yeah.
Peg and Grill.
Peg and Grill, just off Broad Street in Birmingham. These guys actually have been phenomenal all the way through.
Yeah.
They've supported us. They've made sure that
and they give us a discount, and then they give us this fucking room.
I mean, this room's
Private
phenomenal.
dining.
Yeah, totally. Who knew?
Yeah, who
That's
cancelled?
12
Should we name
people.
Yeah, let's call him out.
Jack McManus, you said you were going to be here, you didn't turn up. Chester Booth, you said you was going to be here, you didn't turn up. Can, you bought a ticket and you didn't turn up.
Thank you for the donation.
Yeah. Katie Makeup, you did apologise, that's fine.
And she's coming to the next
But
one.
she didn't turn up. Who else was it?
She's, Alan Fines?
I don't really like
I don't know.
I don't want to show you. He might be able to bat me. I don't want to. We got Jack. Jack, the other Jack.
Oh, he could batter you. He's bigger than you. Look,
Jack.
look, just because you look like you're from D-Generation X doesn't make you a wrestler.
I was a wrestler. Ask him. He's been to.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna challenge that.
Is that
you,
a podcast exclusive?
No.
You
no,
mentioned
no,
the
He's
podcast
a
exclusive.
real wrestler. I've been to see him at an actual wrestling match.
That is amazing. I want
I've
to
got it,
find.
yeah.
So there's another person in recruitment who's also a wrestler, Alex Gilbert. If you
Oh
know
no,
him.
Alex. Yeah.
I would
Alex Wrestling.
love to see you versus Alex in a wrestling match.
I mean, I'll
Alex,
come back
do
to
it.
episode 2.
Alex, let's do it.
Alex Gilbert,
Do you know what I
please
did
make
last
that
night?
happen.
Do you know what? Because it's WrestleMania weekend this weekend, right? Do you know what I did last night?
It's not Easter, it's some people.
It's WrestleMania weekend. Fuck Easter.
Jesus,
Yeah.
who's Jesus?
Yeah, I put my pants on, made my toast. No, last night, right? So we've been rearranging furniture, blah blah, bought some new stuff. Last night, I found an old
Powerbombed
DVD.
his wife for a take.
Yeah, no, I found an old DVD.
No, hang on. Please let him finish the sentence because no one wants to find an old DVD.
Sorry,
And
mate, go on.
I found an old DVD of my comeback match after I dislocated my shoulder.
Oh.
I haven't seen that match in over 10 years, and I put it on, and my daughter, my eldest daughter, who does not like wrestling, she's not a wrestling fan, as much as I've tried, sat with me and watched it, and she was like, "Oh wow, Daddy, you weren't lying, were you? You were really good." And I was like, "Oh, that was great." So yeah, WrestleMania weekend.
mate, fair play to you. I mean, like I say, I haven't watched it since D-Generation X, which is why I'm happy to do that.
But hold on, wait. The main question is, what's your wrestle name? Like, what's
It
your?
was TM Star. It wasn't. It was given to me. It wasn't a choice. It was the new star because they were like, I was a baby face. I had face paint. I was like,
It's a
yeah,
shame because I thought it was going to be the Big Biryani.
the big biryani. That was my school nickname.
Only I'm allowed to say that one.
Oh, brilliant.
You should hear what I'm prepared to say off game.
Do you remember I used to give you 3?
3, yeah. I used
You
to
go on
be-
a night out and it'd be like, James, you got 3. That's it. Any more than that,
Yeah.
we're gonna have an issue. He was usual. He was usual.
Out for the count.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you for this. This has been great. Great food, great conversation as always. Recruitment Curry Club. I don't know when we're going to do this again, but we will.
Well, it just seems to be the case that we thought we were going to do it every so often. It seems to be monthly in a load of locations. So I guess, you know, every month in Birmingham, Manchester, and London, and now we seem to have, Reading, Leicester,
Reading,
Glasgow.
Leicester, Glasgow, coming
Someone said about Cambridge.
I think was it Brighton?
Brighton.
yeah.
Someone mentioned Brighton.
Yeah, Michelle Flynn said Brighton,
Yeah.
which we could get Barry to do as he's on the south coast. And then someone's talking about Australia. Not that person. We told
Oh yeah,
them.
follow. Yeah.
Yeah, we told them to go away. But someone else is asking about Australia. It's actually been fucking weird how it's kind of gone from us just chatting about meeting up
So-
at a pub to everyone meeting in restaurants worldwide.
And who knows, James Whitelock might make it to 1 or 2.
Nah, fuck that. No, never happening. Absolutely never. I will guarantee that he'll probably turn up to less than 5 before he decides to just sack us off.
I don't think he'll sack us off.
No.
He likes the attention. But guys, thank you for watching. Thank
Cheers,
you for
guys.
listening. I hope this has been useful in some way.
So we just need to find more places with a mixed grill to have the
Yeah,
mixed grill podcast.
if more people were here, this would have been.
Even better.
You do this.
I let the mixed grill's been hiding.
Mate, he eats.
It's been hiding
he
there.
Eats,
Still
he
there.
orders way more.
Yeah,
food
I'm such a
every single
feeder. I'm
time.
so sorry.
Every
I've not got it
single
right
time he does
yet.
this. Every single time. But guys, thank you so much, and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
thanks, guys.
Round of
Appreciate it.
applause.
Cheers, guys.
Thoughts and all the rest of it.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.